Hello everybody, I'm Bear Skills. Welcome back to our series over here in the dark on Stalker. As you guys can see, we are on Stalker, and we are currently on day 37, moving into day 38. Last episode, we searched around the broken railroad for the heavy hammer. No luck on that, but we did get a moose down, as well as a bear. He should be down somewhere. We got the moose hiding here. Now, this thing takes 10 days, and it's 11 pounds. Now, that's a lot of weight to carry. We got a lot of stuff I'd like to take with us. So what we're going to what I've decided to do is we're gonna blast through some days here. Just gonna hang out because we got food over there with the moose and whatnot. So we might as well hang out and wait for this thing to cure. We can make our satchel and then we'll move on. So for the time being, we got stuff here. Don't need to worry too much about it. Let's take a look at our revolvers. We've got 3 rounds for this. So I think what we're gonna try and do. Not sure, we gotta do 10 days, so just trying to think about the best way to go about spending those 10 days. Because I don't want to get cabin fever, that's for sure. So what we're going to do, let's head out the door. What's the door? Yeah, let's head out here. And we'll head up towards the hunting lodge. We did leave in that shed up there. We did leave quite a bit of stuff, so we'll have to remember to grab that stuff before we leave this area. That's fine. I don't mind it being there, but I do want to get over to the hunting lodge. Since we're going to be staying here for a few days, we should head over there and get some water going. We'll need to clear the area of wolves up there past the fence, and then we'll get some moose meat up there. We can make big steaks, and we'll just get that stuff up there. Every steak we cut off should last us at least 1 night of food, so we definitely don't have to harvest all the moose. It'll help our carcass harvesting go up. And of course the bears are around here somewhere. There's also wolves on the lake, so we got to keep that in mind. A wolf on the lake. There's that bear. He's over there. Yeah. He's over there. Now, we did hit him. And honestly, I thought he'd have been, sleepy by now, but apparently he decided no, that or it's another bear. Or it glitched out, and because we went inside a building, he didn't finish bleeding out. I'm not sure which one is the correct one. Maybe it's just taking him a while to bleed out because our rifle wasn't very good condition. He looks like he's kind of sick though. He's acting like he's been hit. So maybe he's just taking his sweet time about bleeding out. If so, that's fine. I'm not too worried about that. Here's the moose we got down. Big old monster of a moose. As you guys can tell, they are really big. And I got 88 pounds of meat on him, so plenty of meat. And it won't take very long to harvest stuff off him, especially using like the knife. But I kind of want to give that bear some time to either bleed out or move on, and we need to clear up the area. Anything around here, as long as we don't get jumped while we're harvesting, we're fine. So we'll probably build a bit of a fire there, just to keep the nasties away. But once we get up here, it's going to be kind of a problem, because I don't want to get hit by any wolves. So let's head up here. There were a couple wolves up here by the hunting lodge. Close that gate, because basically once we get past that gate, we close that. We're safe from anything that's out there. We still got stuff up here to deal with, so we're going to try and clear that stuff out. Let's actually equip the rifle. I don't mind going through some rifle rounds. We've already got our moose down, which is like one of the big things I was worried about using the rifle for. And we will end up making more rifle ammunition eventually anyway. So, because I want to get that, want to get all of our skills up to level 5, if we can during this year. They were playing on Stalker. It'd be kind of a nice goal. I'd also like to try and unlock the feats for our next playthrough. Because I think we might try to do a year on Interloper afterwards. Depending. So I'd like to be prepared for that. So I'm not too worried about using some rounds on the rifle. We got like 15 right now. 10 in the gun, 5 reserve. We got a few back home, I believe, in mystery. We've got a few. And we've been doing a pretty decent job about collecting the casing, so as long as we do that, we'll be fine. We can always get more. What is that up there? We're heading towards it, another bush. Is that just a piece of grass? It seems to be. Okay. Well, let's actually have a drink. And since we're kind of over here, I see what looks to be a sapling. A maple sapling, I'd say. And since we're going to be here for a few days anyway, we might as well have that cleared up. And I can show you guys what's over here. In case you're interested, we might even get the hide off the ravaged deer. If there's one over here, there tends to be one. There's a couple rabbits at least. And we might find something good in the cave. Maybe even the heavy hammer if we got lucky. Possibly, I don't know about that for sure. But, you know, I always have hope. I'll say, cross these trees. Careful not to fall. I mean, you can get out if you fall, but it's probably going to do quite a bit of damage to you and your clothing. So if you can avoid falling, that's always the better alternative. And we got a few bunny rabbits over here. Yep, there's a ravaged deer. Looks like, what's over there, I wonder? I might go check that out. See what's over there exactly. There's a body in here. With some firewood. Fur's always good.
Wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
What do you got on you? A whole lot of nothing. Okay, well. Firewood was a nice find at the very least. We're not losing any temperature right now, which is really nice. I do like that. We'll probably grab the hide off this thing. Let's actually take a little bit of a walk over here and see what we got going on over here. Never
I've been so hungry in my life.
I've never been over here. I don't ever actually know if you can go over here. Yeah, it looks like you can. Maybe there's some good loot over here. Honestly, any little nook and cranny of this place that I haven't been to yet, I probably should just explore since we're going to spend some days here anyway. Just in the off chance we do find a heavy hammer. Because honestly, like, I've looked everywhere. That I know of. So we must have missed it somewhere. This looks like it's going to take me around that gate. The gate with the bridge we just came from that had the moose. That's where it looks like it's probably going to take me. But we'll just keep chugging along here and see if we can't spot anything that may be useful. Weather is kind of getting a little nasty, but I'm okay with that. It's not too bad. Some birch saplings, so it was worth coming over here. As long as we don't get into any tussles with any wolves, we should be okay. So we get those going. And we get that maple sapling back where that cave is by the deer. And that'll get us bow and arrow. So at the very least, we're gonna have spare bows, we're gonna have some spare arrows when we head back. Because I do want to get that to level 5, because the bow's really, really nice. It's silent, you can sneak up on things. I think it's more accurate usually than the rifle, because you can have it up for longer. Once, of course, you do level it up. So it's definitely worth coming over here, in my opinion.
Yes.
We get some birch saplings going. It's too bad we don't have the heavy hammer. We could actually make some actual arrows. But we don't have that, so we can't make any arrowheads. Ah, this takes us to that bridge. Okay. I'm going to head back for now, because the weather is turning to be very bad. And I don't want to be going anywhere exactly I'm not too familiar with the weather being this terrible. So we just move on. It's not too bad. We can deal with it. We're getting a little chilly. It's not a big deal. Colder when we started playing than right now, so. There's a cairn up there. I'm not too worried about reading that. I'd rather get away to save safe weather. Good thing is it's kind of a funnel, so can't really get too lost here. I say that and probably will get lost, but should be okay. We can at the very least probably make our way back to that cave, but there are deer outside. And so the cave, we can go in the back of it. We'll probably be pretty warm in there. So that's always good. If you guys are liking the series so far, always make sure you like and subscribe if you enjoy what you see and want to see more. It really helps out the channel, supports me a ton, and helps me get a little bit closer to my dream of opening an animal shelter for animals and, you know, dogs and cats in the world and other animals. They really don't have the... Some of them don't have a good place to live and they're not treated right. I'd like to change that any way I can. So, just know anytime you subscribe, you're supporting not only the channel, the content I put out, you're also supporting that dream. And, yeah. Anyway, feeling pretty good. We're getting back here. Starting to warm up already. Weather's terrible for vision, though. That's the problem. I'm not worried about the cold. It's the not being able to see that's the problem. Let's actually holster up our rifle. I don't want to shoot it accidentally picking up sticks. Because, considering the left mouse button is not only the shooting button, it's also the collect/interact button. It can lead to some unwanted gunshots. Gunshots, you know, lighting torches, flares, and all that kind of stuff. So it's not real fun, that's for sure. A couple crow feathers, we might as well collect them. And we'll head in here. Pretty. Yeah, we're warming up in here. And head to the back of the cave. It'll be, yeah, it's definitely a lot warmer back here. And let's see about getting through some of the night. Sleep for 2 hours apiece. Shouldn't lose our well-fed bonus. If we do, I'm not worried about it. We got that whole moose. And we still got our food, so we're not in a bad spot at all in terms of that. So, pop is kind of heavy. Might as well drink it. And you need a chocolate bar. And I don't know how many. It takes 3 of you. So what? That's like, yeah, you're way heavier. So we'll just chomp you down. Might as well eat the whole thing. And we'll sleep for nearly 2 hours. we'll get through the night like this, then we'll head over to the hunting lodge. This works out anyway. We don't have to worry about cabin fever. We'll actually probably bring some of the steaks we make over here to this cave, because better off, because eventually we're probably going to end up with cabin fever staying here, so. Okay, it's pretty clear. We'll pick you up. Ew. No way, no. It's back to bedtime. Back to bedtime. The aurora's out there. Now I will showcase it. It's actually one of the prettiest things in this game. As you guys can see, the aurora is quite pretty. Really nice, but it also buffs all the wolves, so I'm not really wanting to deal with that. So we'll just go back to sleep in a couple hours. If the aurora ends and it's still visible out, we might go ahead and head over to the hunting lodge. But honestly, we should probably just finish our night here in this cave. We're almost done with it, and it's better for not getting cabin fever. At least for the moment. We're still warm, 63 point, and then we get a bonus from the sleeping roll of 5.6. As long as this is 32 and above, if I'm not mistaken, you are safe to sleep. The problem is if it drops below 32 even while you're asleep, it can lead to problems. You will go to sleep with all your limbs attached to your body. You want to wake up with all your limbs attached to your body. Wow, this is a long aurora. Okay, well, I guess if it's going to be a long one, it's going to be a long one. We might as well just pack it in for the night. And, yeah, sleep for another 2 hours. Getting into a wolf struggle is bad enough on its own, but to get into a wolf struggle when it's an aurora, I'd wager it's going to be a good chance you're going to not be alive by the end of it. Now the wind is blowing a little, but other than that, the weather is quite nice today. So let's grab your hide. We'll just use our knife. It might put off a little bit of smell, but since we're going to be here for, well, a total of 10 days, more like 9 probably now, we might as well have some other stuff queuing up. This will be the cave we come to if we have to deal with cabin fever. So we'll definitely bring some moose steaks over here. Oh yeah, we got that maple sapling we need to grab too. Let's grab that. Don't want to miss that. So I think one birch sapling, if I'm not mistaken, makes 3 arrow shafts. So total of 6 arrow shafts and a bow. Pretty good. It'll add to our collection. I believe, if I remember correctly, we've got 2 bows at home. I'll grab a couple rabbits too, might as well. In fact, how is our clothing doing? Let's take a look. 78, 90. You need repaired. You kind of need it. You need it. You're about to. You need it. You two are still fine, which is really nice. You two are pretty durable. So, repair a hat, repair a couple other things. We get some time, we'll repair our wool earmuffs. And once we get the, oh, there's another deer. Cool, we get the other hide. Once we get the, what's it called? Satchel. Once we get that made, we're going to head back over towards Spence's place, drop off some stuff like the coal we have here. We'll try and take as much of everything we can back, because I never plan on coming here again, to be honest with you guys. and gals, unless something gets added, something like that. And if there is a big update to, say, the survival sandbox mode, then we'll probably start a new series. If that becomes the case, let's grab a few mushrooms, we might as well. But if that becomes the case, probably make a new series, depending on how big the changes are. But, yeah, other than the moose, and, like, the heavy hammer potentially being here, I had no reason ever to come here, other than show it off a little bit to you guys, so you guys can see. But I'm sure if you guys have noticed so far, this is not exactly the safest place to be, considering all the wolves and the bear and all that stuff, so definitely want to move out of this area as quick as we can, but I don't want to carry that huge 11-pound hide out of here. That's going to make it really tough to get out of here. That basically takes up our whole well-fed bonus, but if we wait the 10 days, then instead of having to carry 11 pounds extra weight, we get to hold 11 pounds extra weight. So it's definitely worth waiting. It should help us take extra stuff actually back out of here. And it's good there's a ton of this stuff, because if we do get into a wolf tussle, could go bad. We might need a lot of antiseptic stuff. Besides that, it's always nice to have. The stuff's finite. It does not respawn as far as I'm aware, so it's going to be tough to deal with. Let's get our rifle out. Let's actually head over here quick. You guys seen that? The wolf is eating a rabbit right now, which means we can get closer to him without him spooking. And a sapling over there I spotted, and we got that deer over there. I want to hide on that. But yeah, as you guys can see, he's chowing down on the rabbit, which means we can get a lot closer to him without him spooking, meaning we can get a better shot lined up for the most part. And then he had to leave immediately. That's okay. He's gonna come out right about there. And we've got most of our, what would you call it? Accuracy meter, I guess. Okay, we did hit him. He will go down. And that's really what we care about. We gotta find the other one that's not currently bleeding. And we need to take him down too. There's some stuff over here. I've actually got a bow and arrow.
I think I can use this.
Not the greatest arrow, but it's definitely an arrowhead.
Excellent.
And a decent condition bow. Along with this nice wolf hive. Oh, and another broken arrow. That's 2 arrows. So that's really nice. Makes our forage run a little bit less taxing in terms of what we need to carry, but arrowheads are light anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. We got some crow feathers. Let's put our rifle away for the time being. Oh. Something else too, we forgot to grab our rifle casing. I'm bad about that. The revolver kind of spoils you after a while. Because it's whenever you decide to reload it that you don't have to worry about it. If you get the, you gotta grab it every time. Sadly, I don't think the rabbit there is takeable at the time being. We'll take a look, we might as well, but I doubt there's anything there left for us. There's our rifle casing. From the plan I take, oh man, that will probably break our things. Did it? Please say no. Brought it down by a decent bit of condition. We got really lucky. Didn't really hurt us too much. Didn't leave us with any afflictions. Just took our condition down by a little bit, which is not bad. Not bad at all. Nothing to harvest on the rabbit. And we got screwed there because the rifle decided to jam because it's not clean. So that's the problem. You don't got to worry about the revolver jamming, but you do got to worry about the rifle jamming. Now, sadly,
I would drink almost anything about now.
we did get hit. The good part is that I don't think we didn't lose anything for. We didn't even get no fish. We lost low condition. I'm not worried about that. We lose, some percents on our clothing, but he didn't ruin anything, which means it didn't really hurt us too much. And I think that was the wolf we didn't shoot, so I think that means both wolves should be taken care of here as soon as they're done bleeding out. So, let's head in that way.